Okay. Hey, everybody. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. You all see a brand new face here tonight. Well, really, it's not a brand new face, but I guess maybe to you guys, it is a brand new face. But still, yet, if this is your first time tuning in to us on Wednesday nights, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in and rocking with us because we already know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you all decided to be right here with us. And for those of you guys that don't know who we are, I'm going to have Miss Robbin to go ahead and introduce herself.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Robin. I am um, the host of the Mamapreneur podcast, which is all featured on the PowerTeam platform every second and fourth Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. And my show spotlights female entrepreneurs that may not get their shine anywhere else. And so I'm being a blessing to others by showcasing their businesses, and I showcase mine as well. So thank you for having me, Kesha.
Yes, I am excited to have you here. And if this is your first time tuning in, if you guys don't know who I am, I go by the name of Kesha Kesh. And I want to just say thank y'all so much for tuning in with us. Um, want to send special prayers out to Dr. Real. He's not here. So, you know that we're missing you, my brother. That's just like, he's here all the time with me.
Yeah.
But want him to know that he is truly missed, and we're looking forward to seeing him really, really soon. So,
Yes, I'm gonna be missing my quote tonight, Dr. Real, my fellow
yes,
Leo brother.
I know it. Oh my God, his quotes be like the best, like for real. Like I
Yes.
can't even lie. Like those are very much so needed. Um, we have a couple of things that we want to talk about. Now, I do want to get into the networking room that we were going to speak about. I do want to get into my topic of it's time to get active, but I want to also talk about some current events that's actually going on. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't want no problems. I'm not trying to start beef with anyone when it comes to the whole, the things that's going on in the world today. Y'all know how we do. We just like to voice our opinion about certain things. We like to actually just speak on it. There's no hard feelings. It's just we're talking about these different things. I want to talk about Greg Abbott for a second. Greg
Oh
Abbott.
Lord. Oh
I
Lord.
know.
Sorry.
And you
Pardon my immediate reaction. Okay, carry on.
I know, but here's the thing. I don't even want to bash him or anything like that. But I want to understand his thought process. And I try to look at his facial expressions, to be honest with you, just to try to figure out when he's really sincere about something. Or I'll be honest with you about this too. I think he's had what's the stuff that they put in your face? The Botox. So it always he got this look on his face where his face to me it always looked like his face is stuck. I'm being real. It just do. So I'm like, I can't take him serious. But the thing about it is I'm confused. Like, so you know that the things that he written out as far as the things that we're supposed to not be able to do or the things that we are supposed to do,
Right.
this whole mask thing, I think he's actually trying to go in and change this up now, if I'm not mistaken. Like
People
he
going over his head. That's why.
and I'm
Or
really
people not even following his instructions. So yeah, excuse me.
right.
Yeah.
They're going over his head, but how do you think he's feeling about it now? In some places, I'm gonna be honest, it's a different place than where we are. We have I'm not going to say the availability is huge, but I know of in certain places they've run out of beds, they've run out of places just for to house people if they get sick. Like, do you really feel that he is truly genuinely feeling like he's a part of the problem, or do you think that he's just watching like so what? Like, I mean, I can't really read him. His facial
Brother
expression.
Abbott has other people in his pockets. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So Brother Abbott, brother, we don't even know him personally. Brother Abbott has people, we ain't gonna say their name,
Mm-hmm.
people, he's getting money. And so, in order to continue to get that money and keep that money coming, and regulations, yeah. So I think
When you say he
there's
got
a
money in his
backstory
pocket,
there.
but money in
I'm
his
sorry.
pocket, when you say he has money in his pocket, is
I'm
it
saying he's
money?
getting somewhere following some rules. I think if he's abiding by certain rules or not, proceeding with the mask mandate, because it's not as strict in other places like it is,
Right,
like here it's not strict at all. And
right.
so I'm gonna say, I think there's some behind the scenes stuff going on with him why he's not as strict now. Um,
I agree.
and when the DISD superintendent says, I'm not even following what he's talking about, it's
Right.
to the point now people are losing respect for him across the board, you
Yeah.
know.
And I mean, and it makes sense. But see, this is what I'm saying too. I don't really think he thought it through once he started making all these the pop changing stuff up, because kids have to be a certain age to even get vaccinated, right? But
Mm-hmm.
kids at
12.
any age, kindergarten, pre-K, whatever, they're going to school. So it's still kind of like you're putting them in a situation to where if they do get sick, you're not putting any barriers, in front of them. But if something happens, they can't get vaccinated, right? So it's like it's a very awkward situation to be in. I would definitely not want to be in his shoes. I'm just being honest about it.
Oh, well, yeah. And then we have TEA, where it's not even strict enough like it was last year. The plexiglass in the
Mm-hmm.
classrooms and so on and so forth. The kids not you know, having to wear. Well, now I think some districts now have it changed to where you have to wear a mask. The teachers, the students, so on. But at first, they had this long list of stuff where it was just really laxed. And so my son started
Yeah,
school today. He was told prior to today, my brother, you will be in a mask. I don't care what your friends doing. You will be in a mask every
yeah,
day. Yeah.
yeah. My daughter, she starts tomorrow, but they have not actually. She'll be wearing her mask, of course, but she's used to wearing it. But they have not passed the same. She goes to Kennedale ISD, so
Mm-hmm.
they usually jump on bandwagon with like Fort Worth ISD, but they're not. They haven't sent any updates out to us. But
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know who called that meeting, but it happened like within a blink of an eye, because once they went ahead and called the shots, I just started getting notifications, just all across the board. Like, dang, they done switched up real quick, because I really thought they had it mapped out. But I really honestly think two things. Now, I did read up on some stuff where, the teachers, they're being paid like these certain bonuses just to go on the campus, and they have to
Interesting.
physically, they have to be on campus officially by September. And if they're not on campus, they don't get that bonus. To be honest with you, I feel like once they give them those coins, I think they're gonna just be like, hey, I'm overwhelmed at this point. I feel like I can't take this no more. You already gave me the money. Now it's time for us to go home. This is out of control. I can see
Yeah.
them turning a whole nother, just another way after they get the money in their pockets. But they're
Thank
being
you for the
paid.
$1,000.
They're
Appreciate
getting
it.
2,000. They're getting about 2,000. Some are getting 2,000. Some are getting 1,000. Some getting 500. Even if you're a part-time teacher or a substitute teacher, you're still getting a bonus. So it makes sense why they're going into the schools. They're not even giving you a option to be virtual, but it's something like a voucher they have. You can be like a homeschool, but you don't still qualify, of course, as any benefits of being virtual, because that's not an option.
Wow.
So yeah, so I be reading, girl. I be having to figure out what's going on
Research.
around here in these streets.
All right, research.
I be
Research department.
trying, I be trying, I be trying. But y'all go ahead and drop your comments. I mean, what's your thoughts on it? I understand some of the little kids, they can't really understand the true meaning behind these masks. A lot of them think it's cool. A lot of them just think, hey, I'm matching my clothes if you hooked it up that way. But you got to know these little kids in kindergarten, they ain't sanitizing their hands. They're walking around touching on each other, sneezing, coughing, and everything. So
Ma'am.
it's a really, really hard situation, I would say.
Yeah, and it's so serious right now. I know Garland went back to school. They were one of the first districts. Garland and Duncanville were one of the first districts to go back last week. And so Garland, I had read something like over 30 staff members had already tested positive, and I forgot how
Ooh,
many
that's a lot.
kids had already tested positive already to have been at school not even a week
Yeah,
to
that's
already have tested positive. So, go figure. I'm like, man, it's tough, but
it is tough.
got to stay prayed up in between, man.
That's it.
That things
That's
will,
really it.
the powers that be will make the right decisions and look out for the best interest of everyone else and not self. Because
That
how
is
many more
true.
folks got to die? Because people dropping like flies. I call her Delta. Delta is a her. It's a lot
It's
of
like a
people
hurricane.
passing away, people young dying
Right.
behind this mess. So I need the powers that be take this serious. Quit playing.
Yeah, we need to definitely stay educated. We need to take it serious. We need to follow. I wouldn't sway anyone either way, but whatever is right, the right thing to do, that's what we need to be doing, which is why I wanted to kind of talk about like getting active, which we'll talk about that a little bit later. But um, I do want to formally introduce who you are. For those of you guys that don't know, Robbin, she's been rocking with us for a while. She's very supportive, even on our shows on the Wednesday nights when we're doing the Power Team podcast. She tunes in, she comments. She's very interactive in the comments, and she engages with us a lot. But she does have her own podcast on this platform, and I really, really like the fact that she chose to do this thing where she's spotlighting um, mamapreneurs, because you do have people out there that's working hard. They're still taking care of their kids. They're still, maybe possibly single parents, single dads, whatever you want to call it. But she's giving them the opportunity to showcase their business on her platform and just kind of tell their story about who they are and what it is that they do. And I thought that was so cool when you came up with that idea, because a lot of people don't showcase that enough, even though a lot of people are really doing it behind the scene. So I thought that was a really great idea. Like, what was your vision behind doing that?
As an entrepreneur myself, um,
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of other entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not everybody support everybody. I'll leave it at that. So
Agreed.
when you came to me with this idea, and I'm like, oh Lord, she wants the person that don't really do public speaking to come on this thing and do public speaking. What the hell am I gonna talk about? And so I'm like, how would I know? And so here we
Right.
are. And then I was like, well, let me spotlight others
Right.
because again, there's tons of female entrepreneurs out there, but everybody don't support everybody. There's always some type of, oh no, I ain't gonna give her the tea on business. She may try to come and, do what I
Mm-hmm.
do or do better
Mm-hmm.
than I gonna do.
Yep.
I don't care. That's not my thought process. Again, this is a platform that has a following already. And so I don't mind helping other entrepreneurs get out there and
Yeah.
get themselves out there. And these ladies have blessed other people that have come on, you know, have listened to us every second and fourth Thursday. And people gotten business and all kind of stuff. And behind the show, I'm actually going to spotlight somebody tomorrow who is a avid supporter of the show. She is so
Yes. And
excited. Sia,
see
we have an
ya. I
author.
love
Her name
Sia.
is Sia. She's coming on tomorrow too. We're going to spotlight her and her book and talk about some things. And I am excited to have her on. I talked to her the
Yes.
other day. She is happy. She is excited. And so just can't wait to have her on. You guys, please check me out tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time on this
That's right.
platform. And, make sure you share tonight's um, podcast and share tomorrow's. You never know um, who this podcast will bless, who tonight's podcast will bless. So
So let
sharing
me
is
ask
caring,
you this.
folks.
Let me ask you this because you said something that's very, very. Sia said, "I'm excited." Hey, girl. Hey. You said something that was very touching to me because that's the purpose of this entire platform is to help others, and those are the people that you begin to see success from because you don't have a problem with sharing and supporting versus trying to not be supportive. The things that you were saying, like, some people they don't have that heart and desire to help people in certain areas. So the people that you've had on your show, because what I want to do is bring some of those people back and kind of hear their testimonies. I mean, like if this experience have doubled their business, if this experience has, bought them more business or, introduced them to other people, I would love to hear about that experience. So let's start brainstorming on that to figure out how we can kind of put them in rotation and bring them on to share their testimony about how this platform has helped them because I'm really, really interested in getting that feedback because it's positive. I like that.
You got it. You got it.
Um,
Sia's on tonight. Hey,
I
sis. She
see,
is happy.
I
She talking
see.
about, I'm excited.
She got like 10 hands in the air talking about I'm excited. I see it. I
Praise
put
hands,
it,
baby. Yes.
but yeah, I do.
Yes. I can't wait to see her.
She's very talented. Sia has written books. She's written poems. Um, man, she killed she was here one other time and she actually did a poem and I really, really liked the poem that she did, but she goes so deep with it. It grabs your attention even if you're not paying attention. It makes you be like, wait a minute, what she say? And you stop and you turn around and she
Mhm.
immediately grabbed your attention. So I'm excited about being behind the scenes with you guys tomorrow when she's here, and
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. So let's do this. Let's talk a little bit about this networking room that is going to actually
Yes.
be open next week so people can get a better understanding of what it is that we're doing. Now, I want to go ahead and put my disclaimer out there too. You all probably got an invite because when we created this room, it went to like probably everybody on social media, But I want to tell you, and I'm saying this to not be funny, and I'm so serious. If you're not one that want to network, or if you're not one that's interested in, hearing some motivational stuff, or wanting to join forces with this whole networking movement, you don't have to accept the invite, and we're not offended because we really only want people in that room that's going to be networking with us. Go check your notifications. Have you ever seen your notifications and you probably got 50 on there that you've never accepted? I think a lot of times people just go through those notifications and hit what is it, approved, okay, or whatever, and you don't even tune into those people, or you're not commenting in those groups, or you find yourself like getting these notifications like, how the hell I get in here? Don't put yourself through that with the networking notification. If you got it and you don't plan on networking and you don't want to be in there, it's okay to decline it. We're totally okay with that. We
Yep.
want real people in there that we're speaking to because we're wanting to actually um build something. Like, we want to actually know what it is that you're doing. We might build a connection between you and someone else that can really benefit for what it is that you do, and vice versa. So in order for us to do that, we understand we have to do some hosting, and we have to rotate and let you guys come up on stage, because we do plan to do that in that room. It's not just going to be us talking. We want to hear, what it is that you do and who you are. And if you're in that group, we do try to post and try to just, have you introduce yourself, get comfortable with the people that's affiliated with the group, so that we can continue to get used to those days that's coming up when we're going to be speaking in those rooms, which it's only twice a month. So we're not trying to take a lot of time from you guys, but we do want to spend some time with you guys so that you can know what it is that we actually do. You
And
had anything
networking is
for me?
such a great thing to do. Yeah, networking is so good. You just never know. Um, how that person can help your business. How I met Kesha. Guess what, folks? A networking event.
Hmm.
um, I want a drawing that she had for this show. I mean, again, never in a million years I thought I'd be doing this right here. And
Hmm.
so meeting her at a networking function and winning a drawing. And so I
Yeah.
think this group will be very beneficial to other entrepreneurs. Again, you just never know what blessing will come from that. So
Yes.
join the networking group. If not, we not so sensitive, so we'll be okay if if you don't join, but still support the platform. Okay, just want to put
Yes.
that plug. Carry on.
I like that. I like how you you threw that plug in there. But you are so right. Um, yeah, we just really want to make sure that we're doing our part, but at the same time, we do want to bump shoulders with other people and what it is that you guys are doing, and let's network. Um, so you'll get those notifications. We will have some more invites that's continuing to go out as we build the group. We do understand the room may not be as full when we're first in there. Thank you, Sheila. She said, "Ladies, you're doing a great job." Well, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Uh,
sister.
but we're just trying to continue to build, and who knows what may happen and what type of event we may have from there. Um, if we can get rid of all this COVID and this negative news and all this other stuff that's going on, we can continue
Mm.
to build things and do things and see things from a different aspect. So one other thing I want to talk about, I know you was on my bandwagon when we were talking about those Cowboys and they lost. But they really didn't look. Does it count because it's preseason, right?
It's preseason. I expect them to lose all how many preseason games? 4 or 5. I expect them to lose every single one. I'll be the one
Well,
at the
don't say
game,
I ain't
still
say
having
that.
fun,
You
being loud. I'm still trying to
no
get to a
no no. We
preseason
don't.
game.
So
It's
you're
what it
saying
is.
you're expecting for them to lose all the preseason games. You okay with that?
That normally happens. It normally happens.
Well,
We're not gonna be talking Super Bowl during preseason. You
I
heard
didn't
Dr.
say
Real
that.
last week. We're not gonna
I
talk
heard
Super
about the,
Bowl.
but that's not what I said. But what I'm saying is,
I know.
see, you can't don't normalize them losing all these games. Like we got to switch some stuff up. Like just because they're used to
No,
doing it,
it's not glamorizing. No, I don't think they have the top guys out, if you know what I'm saying.
I got you.
Preseason time, Dak Prescott ain't out there. Zeke
Dak
Elliott is
ain't.
not out there. Zeke is chilling until that first regular season game. You ain't
That
gonna
is
see
so
them out
true.
there. Even the new guy that just got drafted, you won't see him. You're gonna see that
Okay.
nice bench line. Yeah, that's who you're gonna see. No
Okay.
shade. It's just that's what it is. I love
Okay.
them though.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't expect. Every time I watch them, I'm be honest with you, I expect for them to win because that's the kind of fight, I have in
Yeah.
me. So I'm thinking that they got that same fight, but I understand that we can't win them all. But I don't expect for them to lose. Not damn.
Here you go. Regardless, I'm watching the game, whether I'm home or there. We're gonna have food, fun, and fellowship. Regardless, we're gonna have fun. And
Okay.
I'm not gonna have expectations, if you will.
Okay.
Now, regular
Gotcha.
season, expectations are up there. Okay.
Okay.
We want to go
I'm
to the
with you.
playoffs. We need a Super Bowl ring. We need to get back to Jimmy Johnson days. I know it ain't Jimmy
Ooh,
coaching, but you know what I mean. We need to
I
get
know
it back
exactly what you mean.
to Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Deion Sanders, Michael Irvin days. We need to get back to that where they was winning.
I don't know if we're gonna go back that far, but hey, we trying.
I know. Wishful
We
thinking.
going we trying. Okay. Yeah. If we got any I don't know. See, they don't even look like cowboy fans to me, the people that's on here tonight. I don't think they're true cowboy fans because I don't even think they feel what we saying. Like ain't nobody rocking with them but us, look like to me. Like
It is what it is. Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All
Yeah.
right. So another thing, hold on. I want them to rep their teams though. I'm very interested in knowing who they cheer for when these people be playing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Post your team in the comments. We want to see who your team is. I have a sister in Shreveport, diehard
mhm.
Saints fan, and when my dad was alive, Daddy was diehard Cowboys fan, and so they have their banter back and forth, girl. It'd be so funny between the two of them. And um, anybody would come to the house Thanksgiving, Christmas, and you got on something other than Cowboys attire, my daddy gonna
Right.
let you have it. You know.
Yeah, the Saints fans, they pretty cool. Like I really had a different, I don't know. Now on this whole Facebook thing, they're kind of disrespectful. I don't know if it's because they're in these chats and they get that energy from each other, but what. But when I was in New Orleans one time, I kind of ran into a couple of the fans. They were kind of nice. Like I was
Yeah.
thinking, like they were straight up, like gut Lil Wayne them, just straight gutter. But
Yeah.
they actually, when you're sitting there, you're watching the game with them, they're nice. They talk a little trash or whatever, but at the same time, it's a fun experience. It's not really what I thought it was. But on this Facebook app, you go into one of those rooms, they really disrespectful. To be honest with you, they're very disrespectful. Like they'll. Yeah, I was in one of them rooms. They're very disrespectful. I'll just say
Uh,
that. I
you
think I
mentioned
got kicked out.
Yeah, you
I don't
mentioned
even know how. I mentioned that last week.
I think you mentioned also it was a group. I couldn't remember
It's a
if you said
group.
it was actual place where there's a Saints.
No,
They
no,
had
no,
these
no.
bars that are certain fans, certain.
They do got
I know
these certain
somebody, a New
bars
England fan. There's a New England theme bar,
in
so on
Dallas
and so forth.
on
Yes, Dr.
Garden.
Real, keyboard
Dr. Hill.
gangsters. Yes, thumb
For
plugs.
real. Yeah,
Yes.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. But see, this is what it was. I was not actually in a facility. I was in the group. You know how, like I said, somebody invited me there. I ain't just go and request to be I would never do that. I'm a Cowboys fan. I don't know how I got over there, but I was repping my team and I thought that's what it was for. It was called they were trash talking. So, I'm talking about the Cowboys. And every time I was wondering, like my comments wouldn't go through after so long. So I think they either banned me from the room or they was not letting my comments come through. And I'm like,
Haters.
this is the craziest shit. Like I didn't ask to come in
Haters.
here. Somebody invited me to the group and I just went. And needless to say, I'm no longer in there, but
Sorry.
you know,
Well, no,
it
not so
is.
much.
I'm not, don't be sorry. It's
We
okay.
lit up New Orleans 2019 for my friends bachelorette. We just planning. Did not know
Really?
it was the weekend the Cowboys played the Saints in New Orleans,
This was when?
September 2019,
I
and
mean,
we
I've
had
been there.
it was a whole
20.
bunch of Cowboys fan. They had a whole parade. We over here blending in the parade like we knew about it. Yeah, we're like, oh, the
Somebody
Cowboys
say,
should be.
yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Somebody said, I hope Dak throwing shoulder is okay.
Dr. Real.
I hope it is too. I don't really think he's gonna be that bad, but he got some time, is what I'm gonna say.
He holding out to that first regular season game.
Yeah. So he's
Yeah.
gonna be good. I'm not gonna stress about it. I just, I'm gonna say he's good. But
Yeah. It was for Brenda who's on. It was for
I see
her
Brenda.
bachelorette. And we over here blending in. Ain't got an ounce of Cowboys attire on. We didn't went and blended in with the parade. Like
Yeah, and see,
we knew it was happening.
I did
On
that
purpose.
too because I have a Cowboy shirt, but it's the color of the Saints. And when I was at one of those games, they didn't know who I was really rocking with. I wasn't embarrassed about the Cowboys, and then I picked that color shirt. But I was
Yeah.
repping them boys, but they really was confused, like I was going for the Saints, and I'm like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
Somebody said we sure did,
Brenda.
but yes,
Brad. Yeah.
drop
Yeah,
your team name in the comments, and let's share. I just want to see who all is in our group. Who's all affiliated with us that's rocking with somebody else. I'm seeing the Cowboys come through now, but if you're on here and you are Philadelphia or I don't even know the rest of I don't know a lot of the
You're a
teams.
Cleveland Browns fan. Y'all coming up
Cleveland
now.
Brown,
All of a sudden.
Giants, New York
No
Giants.
shade,
And I just really know the Cowboys. That's really all I know. No shade. That's really all I know, to be honest. I want to talk to y'all about this. Now, you all may have seen when let me read this real quick. It says, you have to be careful. Some people take this stuff way too serious, like beat your ass serious. I'm going to tell you something. Like, you're right. And that's why I don't do this out normally because I never know who is rocking with who. But you are so right. You have to be careful with who you talking to and where you at and how many drinks and shots they didn't have because they will take it a little serious. So I'm not encouraging anybody to go out there and talk noise. But I'm saying, ain't nothing wrong with representing your favorite team and having a little fun. But you definitely got to watch your surroundings. But I'm in a whole different, say, like, really, to go to jail serious. Damn, it's like, maybe I ain't been. They said go to
Oh,
jail
come
serious.
on, BB. Okay. I
Oh,
went to a Cowboys Colts game years ago. Texas Stadium was still around. So a
mm,
guy in a Colt jersey and his family, whole family,
mm-hmm.
got tickets on the Cowboys side. Now, what the hell they was thinking? I don't know. So just
People
so
do that
happened we
though.
were sitting near some very passionate
Comment.
fans,
I mean, yeah,
and let's just
fans.
say they had a little bit too much to drink in their system,
Oh,
and
see,
they
I
had
don't want to be
security was called
security. Hmm.
to remove people from the area. I said,
See,
y'all
them
doing a
areas I
little,
don't like to be in. Mm-mm.
y'all
Put
doing a
me
little too
off
much at a
somewhere.
football game. Yeah,
Yes, no, I don't. I don't like that. Somebody said I can't do jail, not my ministry. I'm with you.
man.
I'm definitely with you. Can't do jail, not my ministry. I totally
No,
agree. Not mine either. Um, I wanted to talk tonight about getting active. And when I say getting active, I'm not just saying getting active, getting out there, going exercise, working, running around, kickboxing. I'm saying it's time for us to get active when it comes to us just understanding the type of world that we are in today, our environment, the thought process, the culture. I have a habit of, like, jumping around in a couple of different groups and on social media. But the reason why I like to do that is because it helps me understand, you get to surround yourself by people virtually, pretty much, that's here and there and everywhere, and you really truly get to understand their thought process behind certain things. And I've been having a problem, and I struggle with, I'll say, even like my daughter's generation, like their thought process and how they think about certain things and the work ethics. It's a lot of people that had some valid points in one of these groups that I was in. And the question in this group, they were talking about, you know, even when you're interviewing, like when you're interviewing, how many times on an application is too many times, I guess, as far as considered to be job hopping and things like that. And everybody went back and forth with their comments and everybody gave their opinion. But a lot of the younger people in there, after they kept seeing the comments, they kept saying, "Oh, y'all looking for labor workers, or y'all looking for slaves, like y'all looking for." And the reason they were saying it was because they felt like, they said, "Well, I'm just going." They were very vocal in this group, and they were saying, "I'm not going to just be anywhere that I'm unhappy. If it takes me having 12 jobs within a year, I'm going to move around. If it takes me,
please look at
you
that.
know,
Hmm.
yeah." And the reason why I'm saying we got to get active, like we really got to get out here and start paying attention to stuff and change our own thought process. Because the way that we may used to interview people, we can't interview people like that no more. The way that we used to run our household, the way that we used to probably raise our kids or how we were raised, in order for us to be intact with what's going on in today's day, we got to start getting active, getting out there, getting our hands dirty, listening. And I'm talking about actively listening and just learning, actively learning. When it comes to this whole virus thing, like there's so many different people with so many different opinions about certain things, but you have some people that want to go and even educate themselves. So they'll listen to what everybody else is saying, but they're not wanting to actually gain the knowledge and pay attention to some of the things that need to be done. Like we're just at a point where we can't just sit back and not do anything, because if you do, you will be lost in this day and age. Like you have to educate yourself. You have to be willing to listen, to what others are saying, and you got to get a mix of things to make a change. A lot of times I see on different posts, I see like in different parts of events or things that I may attend, a lot of times people have a lot to say, but ain't nobody really willing to get in to make a difference. And somebody said, please. Oh, and make a difference. So it's kind of like, what do? You get active. You sign up for certain things. You go and speak to people that may need to hear you speak. You network with people. You show your face in places that you may not have shown your face before. So what's your thoughts on, being active? Like, because some people feel like, it ain't none of my business. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't concern me. But in today's world, like, how do you even know how to mix with people? Because it's a whole different generation. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. And people like to do stuff in isolation. People like to do stuff in
True.
isolation. So not a lot of people like to share nowadays. Again, like I kind of talked about earlier with the premise of my show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, People like to keep it in. Keep it in. No, I ain't telling nobody that, man. That's some good stuff right there. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep that.
Mm-hmm.
You also mentioned about something with jobs, like
Mm-hmm.
people hopping, job hopping. That's
Yes.
hard to do this these days because companies are laying off. I'm a product of it, where it took 3 months for me to find a full-time job.
But when you say it's hard to do,
So
are you saying as the doer or the hire? Like, when hard to do, like job hop?
job
No.
hop or find that right job. You know,
So that's what I'm trying to
you
confirm. Are you saying that it's hard to find that right job, or is it hard to job hop? Because it looked pretty easy to me. My daughter, she done had like 12
find the
jobs
right job. Yes, to find the right job.
to find the right
And I
job.
say
So you're saying it's normal for you to, like, if you're in leadership, if you're in management, so it's normal for you to possibly nowadays see an application with all these different jobs versus stability. You're saying it's normal. Or should be
well,
normal.
I'll say this. It's hard to get a degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Having a master's degree, having degrees now, because companies, what I ran into was people not wanting to pay. And so going
That's what a
on
lot
so
of people
many
said.
interviews,
Hmm.
a half weeks, you would be tired,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know? So
Yeah.
it's just different times. And, we live in a microwave society now where everybody want everything like that.
Everybody do. But to your point, I really, really think it's valid. And I feel that people want to be paid what they're worth, and they don't want to actually spend all day doing it. You know, I think I lost Robin. I'll wait for her to come back. But that is the thing. I feel like a lot of times people back in the day feel like they wrote out these different job descriptions, and the vision is a person. It takes you 8 hours to actually work a job. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I disagree. And a lot of times, you see it overqualified, overqualified, okay, or ageism. Okay, here's the thing: a person that's usually working a job, and I'm saying job versus career. I thought I lost you. Robin's back. Okay. But here's the thing: working a job versus a career, those are two different things. And a lot of times when a person is working a job, they're doing that because they actually want to find ways of making money to either help them put themselves in a situation to start their own business, or they just got to pay the bills. And typically, when you're dealing with a person that just have to pay the bills, they are unhappy in that environment. So who you're gonna be in a situation to where you're trying to force yourself to have them to engage. You're gonna force yourself to have. You can't make them like anything. They're only gonna like what it is that they like. So that people may not agree with this, but I honestly think you can get the most production out of a person with less hours. If you give me a target, if you give me a goal, and you tell me within 4 hours I can make this amount of money, now I'm going to be humping and I'm going to force myself to meet that goal in that short period of time because it's a game for me. That means I've only dedicated 4 hours of my time to you. I get the rest of my day back to go do everything it is that I want to do for me personally. And I still made money over here. It was like a stop, so to speak. I stopped by here, made me some money, saved me some time, and now I can go focus on these things over here. And I think that flexibility is just not with a lot of companies. And I think the younger generation is not ashamed to say it, or they're not ashamed to leave and walk out if you're not honoring what it is that they want. So those are just, things that I think we have to still consider just based on us being in a different environment. I think I lost Robin again, y'all. But being in a different environment, um, and just understanding that this is not the way it used to be, and this is not how it has to be. You know, we have to change our thought process at times as well. But that's truly how I feel. I feel that we don't have to force a person to work 8 hours. That person that most of the time is sitting there working 8 hours, that's the person you're probably getting less work out of, because you've now instilled in their mind that I have 8 hours to do this job, even if I don't, and you're paying me an hourly fee. So yeah, I'm gonna want my 8 hours for that fee. But if I set it up differently and give you a goal, you can make $800 in 4 hours. If you accomplish this goal, you're gonna shoot to accomplish that goal. If that makes sense. The media love talking about the open jobs, but not the kind of jobs. The pandemic has pulled the curtains back.
Right about that.
What's your thoughts on that?
Sure. Woo. Um, I love it now that a lot of the companies require, they have some incentives like work remote or things like that, um, or some do like a hybrid kind of system. So there's
Yes,
our, what did she say? This has been proven,
she
that
said
has
this
been
has
proven
been
in
proven in
research.
research. Less
Less
time, but
time, but
goals with
go.
incentives. I agree.
I agree.
That's how you get them. And think about like what she just said. That's my true thought process behind it. Because say if I had a team of people and I challenged each of them to say, you got 4 hours to work, you're gonna make this amount of money. Let's go get it. Well, by default, I'm now able to manage the person that can't keep up with this speed of my team,
Hmm.
because you're now showing me that these people hit this goal in 4 hours, but you're not, this might not be the role for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're, if you can't hit this goal, but everybody else is going to stand out versus me
Yeah.
trying to go and force myself to seek, can you keep up with a person, and I'm giving you 8 hours when it really may not take 8 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All mindset.
I agree
Yeah.
with Brenda that said this has been proven in research. Less time, but go, because you stay pumped up. Imagine walking into a place and oh, I got 4 hours to make it happen. You're gonna have your energy drink, your Gatorade, whatever.
Everything. Your
You're gonna have your
coffee.
your coffee. You're gonna
Ask
be so
Brenda.
pumped.
Brenda coffee with hazelnut creamer. She gonna have that ready to
It
go.
changes the
Yes.
mindset versus you going and saying, "Damn, it's Monday
Gotta
and I
be
got eight
here.
hours to be here." It's a
Yeah.
whole different mindset.
Yeah.
It's different. Somebody said motivation. It's definitely the motivation.
Oh, for sure.
There are jobs requiring a master's degree paying $15 an hour.
Yes, ma'am.
See,
Yes. So that's what I was
well,
talking about before it shut me off.
what
So
happened?
I have a master's degree. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
MBA.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting calls from companies $15 an hour, $17 an hour, $19 an hour. I had to tell an HR representative, I say, ma'am, I'm not gonna be able to take this position, but if you have anybody else in your stack that has a master's degree, don't call them for this position. They're gonna tell you no.
Oh
Let me
my God,
save you
are
some
you
time.
serious?
Yes,
Wow. And see, that's what I'm saying. We got to get active. We got to get active. We got to get educated. Somebody said flipping burgers for that.
we can go work down
Not
to
in
the
the face.
Target, down to the Target, and probably make more.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. My daughter work at Six Flag, and that's what she makes. So it's kind of like somebody said slap in the face. It really is. and we have to get vocal. Like, I'm not going to say the thought process of the millennials and the things that they may say is wrong. I admire actually their courage and the things that they're vocal about and what they don't mind saying. Now, I do require for you to be respectful. Like, you still got to be respectful when you're being vocal about certain things. But honestly, man, like the level of confidence that they have is totally different from what it was
Before, especially
before.
before COVID, for sure.
Correct. Yeah. So it's a lot of different things to consider. And again, if you guys are tuning in with us late, I still want to say thank you so much for tuning in and rocking with us tonight, because we really enjoyed you. And we know that you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here with us, and we appreciate it. We definitely hope that you guys come back and visit with us every Wednesday night, because we're here between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m. Also, you heard Robbin say tomorrow, make sure y'all tune in. She has a special guest that's going to be on with her. I don't know if you got more than one guest, or do you have just one guest for tomorrow?
Tomorrow is just Sia. I told Sia it is
That's
all about
Sia.
her, and so she's excited, and yeah, I'm ready to share you guys with you guys the book that she has written,
Mm-hmm.
and to get to know a little bit more about her, and also, if you're wanting to be spotlighted on the show, please DM me. I'll be happy to provide more details. I am always looking for female entrepreneurs to spotlight. So,
Y'all
yeah.
heard it. Y'all got to drop something. Even if you want to drop it here, let us know. And Robbin is more than happy to have you spotlighted. I think it's a really, really cool thing, because you get a chance to tell your story, you get a chance to meet new people, you get a chance to be showcased on her platform, and it's a wonderful way to network and get people to know who it is that you are and what it is that you do. So don't be shy. Just drop your comments here, and or inbox her, and she'll put you on the schedule. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Her schedule stays full. Like, her calendar is probably filled up for the rest of the year, but that's just how she rolls. She makes sure that she has all of her stuff organized and set up, and people are already aware of them coming on. So, and
Yeah.
one thing I want to make sure you do when Sia comes on, you're gonna have her to go on spit a poem for us. You
Oh
make
yeah,
sure.
she is a poet. We didn't even know it.
Yes,
Yes, she is a
yes.
poet. Yes. Also, we have a future show that's going to be coming up where we're going to do kind of a entrepreneur roundtable coming
Mm-hmm.
up in October. So make sure you stay
Woo.
tuned to that. We got I already got the topics laid out, but I'm gonna get with my girls and see what they want to talk about. But yeah, that's gonna be some fire. So I'm ready to have that roundtable about entrepreneurship and all the fun that comes with it.
So
Yes.
wait a minute. I got actually invited on that set, right? Am I on
Yes,
that
ma'am.
set?
You are on it.
Y'all heard it with your own ears. So y'all, it's a round table coming up. I'm gonna be in there with the bosses. She just told me.
Yeah.
And we got a round table coming up, and I'm gonna be a part of it, giving my truth. Y'all know I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna give my truth. We're gonna speak some real, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
It's coming up in October. So make sure y'all are there to see it all go down. Is it gonna be a lot of us? How many of us is it, girl? I don't even know.
Right now I got 3 locked in. There's 3 of y'all at the
Oh,
moment.
it's three of us.
Yeah, just buckle your seatbelts. Just saying, buckle up. But it's gonna be informative. It's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing either. So, yeah. So it's gonna be great. And again, if you want to be on this platform with me, being spotlighted, just please, post in like she said, post in the comments tonight, or reach out to us directly, and
Yes.
or to Kesha directly, and she'll get with me. And yeah, it's gonna be great. And make sure you guys are liking the Power platform so you can get all the notifications and stuff about
Yes,
shows, because there's multiple shows. So
there are. And please feel free to share this podcast. And again, make sure your notifications are on for next week, because we are going to actually that's the first day we're going to be in the networking room. The Power Team networking room. So we would love to have you there. We would love to meet you and interact. And we're gonna just see how good it goes.
Looking forward to it.
Anything else? Any other events or anything you have coming up, Robin?
I am doing I'm a distributor for Paparazzi Jewelry, home of the $5 bling.
Woohoo!
I am
$5
having
bling.
a Zoom, like an online Zoom jewelry party this Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. So if you're interested, you only get the details unless you RSVP. So shoot me a DM if you are interested so I can add you to my guest list because it's only limited spots available. Also, I am a part of a wonderful ministry called Women Destined for Destiny. I had some of the ladies on a few months back. My spiritual mom and one of my mentors, her name is Vivian and Miss
Mhm.
Evelyn. I'm on the planning committee for a conference that is happening October 16th over at the Marriott in Plano, Texas, and it's called the
Yes.
Renewed, Restored, and Refreshed Women's Conference. So if you want to know more details, I'd be happy to share that with you. Tickets are on sale. This event also has limited spots available, and it will sell out. So
Y'all
October
heard it.
16th, save the date. Yes.
Y'all heard what she said. Y'all heard what she said. So yes, we have a lot of great things that goes on this platform. A lot of great hosts. So you really the best thing about that networking room when you get a chance to meet all of us individually. Of course, you're gonna get some nuggets while you're there, but you get a chance to actually grab a hold to the people that you feel that fits in with you. Like we have realtors, we have you never know what you're going to get out of their room. So I don't want to give everything to you here. I want you to come and see for yourself. I want you to meet all of us for yourself and just get a feel of who it is that you're dealing with, so we can also get a feel of who we're meeting and who we're dealing with. I know it's one of the ladies in the group. She's very, very active in that networking group. She got a podcast and show also, and we would love to actually support her. We
Yeah.
would love to actually know what it is that she does. So I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
We have about 7 minutes left. The crazy part about this is that usually Dr. Real leave us with a quote. Matter of fact, he usually leaves us with about two quotes.
Yes,
But
you do, brother.
yeah,
Real.
yes, but we don't have any quotes tonight. I will leave y'all with one, but y'all know I get deep, so I ain't gonna even do y'all like that.
I got
I'm not
one.
gonna leave.
Hope,
You got
hope
one?
please. Hope please.
Well,
I got one.
okay.
Um, short, sweet, to the point.
Oh,
Take your energy where you are appreciated and loved and accepted. That is mine. Short, sweet, to the point. Because everybody don't appreciate your energy. So if they ain't
they
gonna
really
appreciate it,
don't.
you take it to where it is appreciated, reciprocated, loved, all that stuff. Where you can kind of get it back as
You
well.
can take you can take your energy back. A lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You just like you give, you can definitely take it away.
Yeah.
Somebody write that down. Girl,
Yeah.
that was good. I like that.
That was right off the top of the dome here.
That was right on top of the dome. Girl, you smart in my
Yeah.
DJ category.
Dr. Real wasn't here. I'm like, man, let me have
You
mine
have to go
ready.
on and set it.
Remember when I'm put on the spot, let me make sure,
You gotta always be ready. You know what I'm
our
saying?
real isms,
As long as you are ready, you do not have to get ready. And we're gonna leave y'all with that.
Yeah.
But remember, tune in tomorrow night between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. The Mamapreneur podcast will be on, and we're gonna have Sia
Yes.
in the building talking about her book. I actually have her book right there
I
on
have
my
a book as
table. Cause
well.
y'all know how I do
Yes.
that. I support. I probably got everybody book right here on my table. But I'm excited about your show tomorrow.
Yes.
I'll be rocking with y'all from behind the scenes like I do, and I'll be ready.
Yes. So invite all of your entrepreneur
Invite, invite,
friends.
invite. Share,
Yes.
share, share. We're on different platforms. If you're not a Facebook person, you don't have an excuse because we're on Twitter. If you don't like to tweet, it's okay because we're on YouTube. If you don't like YouTube and you game, we're on Twitch. If you don't like that, we're on Spotify. We everywhere. There's no excuse not to watch us because we are definitely there. But y'all know what we always say. We ain't got to go home, but we definitely got to get the hell up out of here. And this have been a great show. And I appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Y'all be safe. Y'all have